Looking for royalty-free music? Discover Epidemics now. Find the perfect track for all.
All right. Let's get it started. What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody out there can hear me. The few folks that are in the building, thank y'all for coming. Let's turn this down just a bit. Yeah, that'll work. Right there. That's a little bit better, right? 1 2 1 2 in the building. How are you? What's going on, everybody? I hope. Can you hear me? It don't look like I'm coming through. Let's see. What the hell? 1 2. Can y'all hear me out there? Oh, come on, man. What the hell? It's frozen? Oh, I was in the wrong one. I'm sorry about that. Oh, what the hell? There we go. Now we back. I'm sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. I had 2 screens on the same one. So it sounded a little loud. Let me turn down just a bit. Turn it down just a bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody is having a good day, had a good weekend. Today we are going to be talking about race or nationality. I kind of been trying to get back to when I first initially got into YouTube, and it was kind of like, I want to say that it was kind of to talk to Trumpsters and Trump supporters and things like that. I thought it was fascinating how they admired him so much and thought he was the cat's meow, as they say, so to speak. And I kind of been trying to get back into that the last few days. That's why I haven't been doing a stream or anything. I had to find my way back over there. Getting out of Black YouTube is it. It's something, but I always come back. It's my roots. Of course, it's my roots. But in doing so, I was talking to this gentleman. What's his name? Brian. What is it? Brian Crane, I believe. Yeah, Brian Crane. That's his name. I've talked to him a couple of times, and he was literally talking about the separation of church and state, which kind of he said something in this discussion that made me started thinking about race and then nationality and everything. So we kind of gonna piece it together as we go through the stream today, man. I hope everybody doing all right. And if you guys can hear me, what's going on, OB1? Appreciate the pull up as always, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, we are literally talking about race or nationality and which one comes first. I just thought it was interesting. We'll play a little bit of Mr. Crane talking to me about the little discussion we had earlier today. Let's see if we can get that young man. Here we go.
The air live. Which name were you calling from?
This is Conscious. How you doing, man? I called you a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay, Conscious. Yeah. Yeah, you called me on the radio the other. Yeah, what's up?
How you doing today? You all right? Happy Sunday to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always great. How are you?
Good. I was watching and you were talking about prayer in school. I was wondering why you think people get so caught up in religion, especially when Thomas Jefferson sent that letter to the Danbury Association in 1802 about the separation of church and state.
Yeah, a letter. So this is interesting. This is interesting. So then let me just ask you, because I want to respond. I see a little background. You're African American, right? You're black. You're black. You're black. Are you black?
Now that was kind of the thrust of like, wow, why? But he knows that I'm black because naturally I called him before on the radio, and he asked me that the first time I called him, and he remembered me. So naturally he knows that I'm black, and I naturally know that he's white, and it's going to be coming up in the conversation a little bit later. But it was just so it made me start thinking about a part on one of my favorite movies, Malcolm X. Check it out if you haven't checked it out. When Brother Bangs took Malcolm to the prison library and showed him the definition of black and white. But as you listen, you kind of get why I started thinking about race and religion. Come on, play. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Sorry. He's gonna play away.
I know I'm an American.
Come on. It's okay. You're black.
Are you white?
Yes.
You're not.
No, I'm not white.
You're the color of white.
Okay. Now, this is. I just don't go anywhere, Conscious. I'll just tell this to the people that are listening to this conversation.
Don't go
He
anywhere.
knows where I'm going with this. I love how a black man in America is going to take a private letter by Thomas Jefferson and hold that up. Okay.
And it technically wasn't a private letter. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Damn it, I don't know why. I should have had it ready. It's one thing I didn't have ready was the letter. There it goes. Wow. Now, this is the letter he's talking about. And it basically, the purpose of it, the American Baptist, the Danbury Baptist Association, or the Baptist of Danbury, Connecticut, a letter dated October 7th, 1801 to the newly elected president, Thomas Jefferson, expressing concerns over the lack in the state constitution of explicit protections of religious liberties and against a government established of a religion. Wait, hold on. Where's his letter to him? There it go. But basically, they sent a letter asking about, the separation of church and state, and he sent them a reply back. And he writes about the refusal to endorse proposals for the, wait, no, that's not it. That's John Holmes. What the hell? I'm sorry, guys. There it go. Sorry about that. But the basis of it was stating that there would be no religion that the government recognized as the national religion, so that any American could practice their own religion, basically, in a synopsis of it. But this is basically it. If you guys want to look it up, it's real easy to do. But let's get back to Melvin.
Okay, hold that up as something we should guide our country by. When, of course, when the liberals aren't praising Thomas Jefferson with this letter, they're telling you that he was a rapist slaveholder and that all the government documents he was involved in are irrelevant.
See, it's tit for tat. When you throw something that they love to use, the founding fathers, they love the founding fathers, but when you present how they felt in something that they don't agree with, then everything is bad. That's the bad thing about politics, and that's why it kind of started made me thinking about race and religion and not religion. I'm sorry, race and nationality. Like I think if we kind of separate ourselves from the color and we're just all Americans, it would be a little bit smoother in this place. But I could be wrong. What do I know? I'm just a moron.
What the separation of church and state, which does not exist, when we're what founding document gives Americans freedom of religion?
The founding document. There is no document.
Yeah, sure.
That's the
Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights. Where is the Bill? Excuse me. Where the Bill of Rights? What document? What document is the Bill of Rights in? What document contains the Bill of Rights?
What document contains the Bill of Rights?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, you don't know?
I'm a play stupid. That's why my name.
Oh, you're playing stupid? I don't think you're playing stupid. I think I don't think you're stupid. You're just not informed. You're just not educated. The Bill of the first 10 amendments of the United States Constitution.
I didn't know that. I did.
You didn't know this?
I didn't.
You didn't know? Are you in America? Where are you calling me from? Canada?
No.
The Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments of the United States Constitution.
What that got to do with the separation?
Well, because there is no separation of church and state.
So that letter never happened.
The letter, whatever letter you're referring to, is not a founding document.
Thomas Jefferson was explaining to.
But that's not in the Constitution.
You ain't even let me finish.
Okay, go ahead. Finish. All right, go ahead.
I'm saying he sent the letter in response to the bishops asking about the definition of church, because it was in there, the definition of church and state. And Thomas Jefferson replied that the government has no religion, so that the people can practice any religion that they want.
That's the freedom of religion. That's not separation of church and state. Okay. Now let me ask you this: What founding document did Thomas Jefferson? See, this guy, he's afraid. What founding document
I'm afraid.
is Thomas Jefferson credited as the author of? Nothing.
Is it the Bill of Rights?
No. Thomas Jefferson did not write the Bill of Rights.
At this point, I'm kind of a little just frustrated.
13th Amendment, that's part of the Constitution. Thomas Jefferson was part of the Congress and is the author of the Declaration of Independence, which was signed July 4th, 1776. That is not the Constitution. Thomas Jefferson did not write the... Well, because Thomas Jefferson didn't write the Constitution. He wrote the Declaration of Independence. Because the Constitution of the United States gives us freedom of religion. It does not say anything about separation of church and state, and that's our founding document.
So I'm making up that letter.
The letter is irrelevant. It's not binding.
Would you say that the letter is real?
I have heard people reference. I've heard people reference letters of Thomas Jefferson about yes, but that doesn't.
He's heard. I've heard
Letter is
people.
real. This is coming from his own mouth.
Well,
I'm not making
a
this
lot
up,
of people have opinions that were president. You know, Biden and Obama and Clinton will tell you that there's separation of church and state. It doesn't mean that the Constitution says that. Thomas Jefferson wasn't part of the Constitution.
Right. The Constitution doesn't make the church a state at all.
There's no separation of church and state.
That's why Thomas Jefferson sent the letter, because
but the letter doesn't matter.
In Connecticut was he didn't understand, so that's why Thomas Jefferson sent him the letter.
Okay, you're wrong.
I have no reason to lie to you.
No. I'm not saying you're lying about this letter. What I'm telling you is a letter of Thomas Jefferson has nothing to do with our constitutional guarantees, is what I'm telling you.
So is there a separation?
I mean, no.
No, there isn't. So the government is interlocked with the church. Is that what you're saying?
In fact, if you read our founding documents, no, the problem is
I want to answer that.
During the time before this was a country, okay, when we were part of, the British colonies, the British have the Church of England, which still exists today, okay, and you had to be a member. It was the official church of the government, the Church of England, and the freedom of religion simply says that there will not be a Church of the United States, that there is not a church, is not a religion that is going to be established by the government itself. They have freedom of religion. What you're talking about is freedom from religion, which you do not have a constitutional guarantee to have a freedom from religion. Separation of church and state is made up. It's a liberal urban legend.
We don't have a right to freedom of religion.
No. You don't have the right to have freedom, not of. You have a freedom of religious expression. You don't have a freedom from, FROM. You don't have a freedom from religion, which is what liberals are talking about.
What do you mean? You can be an atheist in America?
Yes, you can be.
You can believe in a frog as you God.
You can.
You can be free from religion. What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is that you do
got a little
not
frustrated
have
with me.
constitutional guarantee. When I say you don't have a freedom from religion, what liberals are saying is they want to have. They don't want religion.
Now he said what I'm saying, then he said what liberals are saying. Do you see how they be trying to flip you words? You gotta listen. You have to listen.
Legend that there's a separation of church and state in the Constitution, which does not exist. That they have a freedom to never hear anything about any religion, and that's just not the case.
They don't practice religion.
Some do, like Joe Biden.
Yeah. You can't say that, man. That's it.
So you gotta watch them, man. You gotta watch what they saying. I know that sounds crazy, but you have to listen very, very carefully to what they saying, man, because they try and fool and slip you up. But you just gotta be cognizant of what they're actually saying, and he ain't really saying shit. Let's continue.
I think that's our problem.
Okay. Hey, listen, Conscious. I'm gonna move on, but hey, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. All right, take care. We'll talk again. Oh my goodness. He didn't even know the difference between he didn't know where the Bill of Rights was.
I didn't know anything.
He's a constitutional scholar.
I'm a scholar.
Where the Bill of Rights is at. Oh my goodness. See what they've done. One of the reasons that they've taken social studies and government.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny, man. And it got me. It started making me think about what's going on, folks. How y'all doing? I'm sorry. Let me get back to the chat. What's going on? How y'all doing? All heart in the building. GG, how you doing? But yeah, it started making me think about what's more important. Is it more important as an American? Is your race more important, or is your nationality more important? And then I started, looking a little bit around about race. Hold on. Let's see if I can get this one into real quick. Yeah, fair use, fair use, fair use. But we're only going to watch a little bit of it.
Customers want always-on access to their money.
Damn.
Machine learning-based anomaly detection and incident response is how we're helping with that.
So we should be getting paid for this.
So we can fix them fast. That's machine learning.
I wonder how much this ad is worth. Capital One, $100 million.
You may think you know exactly what race you are, but how would you prove it if someone disagreed with you? The fact is, even though race drives a lot of social and political outcomes, race isn't real. One of the first people to attempt to categorize humans according to race was a German scientist around 1776.
A German
He came
scientist,
up with
right?
5 different groups according to physical appearance and geography.
And that's very interesting. The German, we're going off of German scientists who's deciding what race it is. Interesting. I didn't catch his name, but I kind of remember hearing that story.
Geographic origin of their ancestors. Americans of European descent eagerly bought into this type of thinking around the same time. Some historians have said the idea that there were different races
Jefferson
helped them resolve the contradiction between a natural right to freedom and the fact of slavery.
Ooh.
If whites were their own distinct category, then they could feel a lot better about denying freedom to people who they labeled black and decided were fundamentally different. But as
You want
political
white?
priorities change, definitions of race in America
Actually.
adjust right along with them. For example, if you were of Mexican birth or ancestry in the United States in 1929, you were considered white. Then
Appreciate
the
that shit.
1930 census changed that to non-white to limit immigration. Later, when the U.S. needed to increase its labor force during World War II, these people were switched back to white. And what it took to be black once varied so wildly throughout the country, from 1/4 to 1/16 to the infamous 1 drop of African ancestry, that people could actually change races just by crossing state lines. Then suddenly in 2000, the government decided that Americans could be more than one race and added a multiracial category to the census. This has left many Americans scratching their heads when it comes to selecting who they are. As many as 6.2% of census respondents selected some other race in the 2010 survey. The idea that someone might look one way and identify another way, or that they might be really hard to place in a racial category, is not new. This is why there was a public debate about whether MSNBC's Karen Finney could say she was black, or
That's
how we can't
crazy.
even agree on the racial label assigned to the President of the United
It's
States.
crazy.
Of course, many
Wait, hold on,
people
let's
feel
go
their
back to
racial
that
identity
real
is very
Hold on,
clear
hold
and
on,
very
hold on.
permanent.
Wait
But the
a
fact
minute,
that some people have changed theirs and that no one can really argue with them,
What was she saying about Obama? Gotta listen to that.
very clear and very permanent.
Sorry
But the
about that,
fact
y'all.
that
Sorry
some
about
people have changed theirs and that no one can really argue with them,
Dude.
states assigned to the President of the United States, or how we can't even agree on the racial label.
Now wait, hold
Finney
on.
could say she was black, or how we can't even
Damn it. Oh man, I'm slow.
agree on the racial label assigned to black and decided we're fundamentally different. But as political
We just gonna-
priorities
we gonna let-
change,
I'm sorry,
definitions
guys.
of
My
race
fault,
in
my
America
fault.
adjust right along
I'm new
with
here.
them. For example, if you were of Mexican birth or ancestry in the United States in 1929, you were considered white. Then the 1930 census changed that to non-white to limit immigration. Later, when the U.S. needed to increase its labor force during World War II, these people were switched back to white. And what it took to be
Ain't that some shit? ain't that some shit right there? They just switching people around to fit the needs of the workforce. Are they still doing that shit? No. Really?
black once varied so wildly throughout the country, from 1/4 to 1/16 to the infamous 1 drop of African ancestry, that people could actually change races just by crossing state lines.
That's
Then
crazy.
suddenly in 2000, the government decided that Americans could be more than one race and added a multiracial category to the census.
Look at all them races. So it's white, black, African, or Negro, American Indian, or Alaskan Native, Asian, Indian, Chinese, Filipino, other Asian, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, Native Hawaiian. I think that's Guatemalan or Chamorro, Samoan, or other Pacific island. What is that? 11, 15?
This has left many Americans scratching their
Some
heads
other
when it
races
comes
at the
to
bottom.
selecting who they
know if
are.
that one counts as
As many as
14.
62% of census respondents selected some other
I know this says I know, but what else we gotta
The
go
idea
by?
that
What we
someone
got?
will look
See,
one way and identify another way,
but I was trying
or
to
that
find
they
how
might
they
be
feel
really
about
hard to place
Obama
in a
real
racial
quick.
category is not new. This is why there was a public debate about whether MSNBC's Karen Finney could say she was black.
So what y'all think? Do y'all think she black? Why would? Oh. Y'all think? What y'all think? She drank by the senses at all. I understand the hesitant a little bit, but what else we got to go by? Unfortunately, only if we could find the text. Jesus was white, was he? In Africa? You should look up the Eve gene, bro. Jesus was a woman too, man. That's the crazy part, but look, that's another whole different discussion. I was trying to find the Trump one.
Or
I mean,
how we can't
Obama.
even agree on the racial label.
Now, this is percent of people who say Obama is black. Out of whites, it says 24% of whites feel that he is black. 53% of whites feel that he's mixed. And 23% other or no answer. Blacks feel that 55% of blacks feel that Obama is black. 34% feel that he's of mixed race, and 11 feel that he's other. Now, 23% of Hispanics feel that he's black, while 61% of them feel that he's mixed race, and 16% no other answer. That's very interesting. Should we finish this up? We can stop sharing. But I always thought that was interesting. So what are y'all gonna pick? Are you gonna pick race or nationality? Let me drop the link. Anybody want to come on up? And remember, there are no wrong answers, just your thoughts. Just your thoughts. So don't be shy. I know people in the chat get brutal, but no, not here. Won't get too brutal. We just joke around a little bit, right? Drop this link real quick. But yeah, man, I just thought it was interesting. And does it hold us back as Americans to kind of separate ourselves in the race? And just when it comes to voting, not so much you live in your everyday life, but just when it comes to voting, that's my question. Just the voting part. So maybe I should edit that a little bit. Does it come when it comes to voting? Yeah, I like that. When it comes to voting. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit. See if I can change the name up. We need to stop letting white folks tell us who is black. We should define blackness. But how do you define blackness? Like they were saying in the video, is it the one drop rule, the 1%? 16%? 1/3. I'm sorry, 3/5, or any of that? That even trying to get it out sounds complicated. So which one do we pick? Does your mother have to be black and your father can be white, or does your father have to be black and your mother can be white? Like how I grew up, it was two black people that made a black person. But so, and should we even be saying black and white? Especially after that conversation I had with dude. That's been scratching at the back of my head a little bit too. But I just think it's interesting. Like, let me try to pin this link real quick. 1 second. But yeah, if anybody wants to come up and tell me why they pick race or their nationality, I would love to know. I was just curious about that, like, especially when it comes to voting, just voting only. How do you feel? What do you think comes first? Is it your race or your nationality? Especially when it comes to voting, which should you pick first? Your race or your nationality? Edit this shit. Nobody's coming. Is it everybody afraid to talk on Sunday? I know I've been gone. I know I've been gone for a couple of days. I've been trying to do some research and broaden my horizons a little bit. I know I've been slipping. Definitely two black peoples. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. And I don't think it's anything wrong if you decide to be with someone outside your race, but you bring both of those together. Like if there's more than one race, then people can mix together. That's what I don't understand about that. But just that whole myth of race, I always thought it was funny. Like more than anything, I would think, in my opinion, that it would be almost, I don't want to say environmental effects that definitely affect the hue of someone, but I always thought that played a part into it, especially like with Caucasian people, or they say white people. Like if you're in those mountains and you come from Africa, why would the environment is vastly different, so your body would have to adapt to that surrounding. Smaller noses, lighter skin. I mean, less less melanin. So I always looked at it as an environmental thing, and culture is just kind of is the supplement to that. But I always just thought it was environmental change. Now, I could be wrong, and the race issue is so tricky and fluid because I want to say before Obama, if you had a black person, a black parent, you were naturally mixing. Not that it was a bad thing. It was, you were almost exotic, but now it's almost is it a death torture or it's another race? It's real tricky and complicated. So I just wanted to get y'all folks' opinion on race or nationality, especially when it comes to voting. That's a tricky one because the elections are coming up. The midterm elections are coming up in November, and hopefully everybody will go and vote, and hopefully that this conversation will spark that conversation. Like, do more black people need to start voting in more elections every time, more consecutively? Do we need to start getting it in so they know that we have a presence and that they know we're listening to what they're saying, and then we're going to take action if they're not doing what we're asking them to do? Or we're going to start putting people in power that we want in power, like that ever happens. But I just thought with the election coming up, and I'm here in Georgia, I know the governor is up, and I want to say it might be this, but this might be the primaries. This is the primaries for him. So the governor, and I want to say the Senate. Is it the Senate or Congress? Because I know Raphael Warnock is running against. They still trying to determine the primaries. Opponents for the Republicans. So they're gonna have the Republican primary. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know who's running for the Democratic primary. I don't know if Warnock is already in it because he's running the seat already. So interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that. But yeah, come on up, man, and let me know. Or we could talk about something else. But I just kind of wanted to get away from the melee of what's going on in Black YouTube with the drama this weekend. I kind of been catching up, but I'm not really all the way caught up. So I've been in and out. But I just wanted to give folks thoughts on it. You dig what I'm saying? And in the meantime, let's see it. And then Trump had a rally yesterday. I didn't get to really watch it. I'm sure he still got the crowd juiced up, right? How y'all think he still got this much pull and he lost? Yeah, see right there, there's Kemp. Hold on, let me see. I'll share this real quick. Go to Twitter. Don't be a quitter. Go to Twitter. Open that up. There we go. Twitter's so Kemp, that's the governor. Now Purdue, I guess, is running against him. Purdue is backed by Donald Trump. So he might have the Republican nomination kind of on lock. Brian Kemp is kind of sweating bullets. He messed. You know what the crazy part is? He was real loyal to Trump. Real loyal to Trump. Kept Georgia open. Took away a lot of the stuff for us, man. He was a son of a. But anywho. So Kemp is trying to run against Purdue, and they're gonna have a debate today. I don't know if you're in Georgia and y'all get down with learning about your politicians, but they're having a debate today on the Atlanta news station. I think it's WBS2 or something like that. If we can, oh Lord have mercy. What is that? Let's see. What's Trump on here? My apologies. Fresh check. Oh, so he did. What the hell?
Trump loves to brag about how smart and mentally fit he is.
President Trump revealing that he took a cognitive test.
I hate to test doctors. That's an unbelievable thing. Rarely does anybody do what you just did.
The truth, Don is dumb.
I had a mask on. I sort of liked the way I looked. Looked like the Lone Ranger.
Former Defense Secretary Jim Mattis claims Donald Trump has the understanding of a 5th or 6th grader. Former White House Chief of Staff John Kelly called Trump an idiot. And Rex Tillerson?
You still have denied that you call him a moron.
Wait a minute.
As president,
you called
he's
him a
failed
what?
at every subject.
Did they say
His
you called
handle
him
on
a
history.
moron? Wow, moron. Ain't that something?
1775. Our army ran the ramparts. It took over the airports.
What about English?
I had the best words. Stockrocker. Thanks for bipartisan solutions. I tested positively toward negative.
His grasp on geography's no better.
We're building a wall in Colorado.
Colorado?
Belgium is a beautiful city.
And when it comes to science, Trump's arrogance and stupidity are now killing us on a mass scale.
It's going to sort of just disappear. I feel good about it.
They got any. Yeah, and if y'all on Twitter, go on to Twitter and follow. And I'll follow back, man. I got to get back on here, but I was trying to find this. Maybe you didn't say nothing crazy yesterday. I guess not. Anybody in the back? Nope. There's nobody here. It's just still me. Okay. That's cool. We're going to roll with it. That's all right. Started this by myself. I end this by myself. No, I'm just joking. But I definitely think it's important as Americans, when you're voting, you should kind of put your American value at first. But I know that everybody isn't going to do that. That's kind of the rub. Like we all should and realize that we hurt each other by going as a Democrat or a Republican or a Libertarian at the end of the day. If we were all just Americans and voted on literally the issues that we have and not the particular party who's spewing those issues, I think we'd be much better off. Like I don't agree with everything the Democrats do. A lot of the stuff I haven't been in agreement with this year. And it's going to be a hard sell for me. Definitely a hard sell. I don't even know if I'm going to vote if it keep going like this. And I'm going to definitely vote for the midterms, like the small and local Senate, but I don't know so much for president. I don't know for president. Like it really has me worried. So, those are just my thoughts. And if anybody wants to come on up and help this drowning young man, or no. But I guess you got to swim solo. But I just thought it was interesting, especially the conversation me and Dude were having. And it kind of sped off into something else, but it's just funny how we get so separated from being Americans when kind of everybody else in the world unifies under their nationality. You know what I'm saying? But I guess most of them are kind of under one religion, or I won't say one religion, but kind of one thought pattern. And they don't have the freedoms that we do as an American to practice any and everything that we want to. So maybe that is the bad and the good thing. Like, I don't know. It's weird and different. Like, because when I was growing up, like I want to say the Republicans, Democrats got along, but they got along enough to work with each other for the betterment of the country. But now it's like, if I'm a Republican and you're a Democrat, I'm right, so you have to be wrong. And it's just, it's different ways to see things, Just because I view something different than you do doesn't mean that I'm right and you're wrong. It just means that, I have a different perspective, and we shouldn't be punished because we think differently. I mean, there should be some type of standard or basis that we all kind of adhere to, but I don't know what that is, and where do we start as Americans, especially nowadays? It's still Trump still is like really in charge of the Republican Party. He's holding it down. Like DeSantis is coming up a little bit though, but I told my one homeboy who I used to talk to about DeSantis making a come up in the next year or two because he's still governor and he can still do stuff to keep his name in the headlines with that Disney stuff, like I said he was gonna do. But dude didn't believe me. But I'm just a conscious moron, so why would anybody believe me? Yeah. So yeah. But no one wants to talk about that. I guess it is all we talk about is the drama on YouTube. But no. We can talk about that too. If somebody else wants to. Because I kind of had a topic about that, and I might do that one a little bit later. Is it good to be bad on YouTube? That was I was gonna go off with that one, but I kind of, you know what I'm saying. When I had the conversation with dude, it kind of sparked my interest, and I was wondering what people thought about nationality over race, and is race even a factor in America nowadays? Which, of course, it is. But I just wanted to know people's opinion, and that's what we do over here. There are no wrong answers, only your thoughts. I'm gonna keep trying to drill that one in. There are no wrong answers, only your thoughts. So don't be afraid to give your. Oh, baby, that's what it is. The playoffs on. That's why I can't. Let me see. Is that what it is? Let me check YouTube. Ain't nobody over here. I done lost my flavor, huh? No, but it's Sunday. I got to catch back up. I got to get back into the algorithm. I say you got to keep running it. If you keep running it, you got to keep going. You got to be consistent. But I just took a couple of days, so there's a few people going off. Okay, damn. I got to get my numbers up. I got to get these numbers up. They're getting up. They're going to get up there. I'm going to keep rolling till the wheels fall off. Okay, I got some comp. Got some comp today. How to deal with women. How to deal with women. You can find anything on YouTube. How to deal with women. Oh, no, I ain't want that. So don't look like nothing too much going on YouTube. I know, right? I know, G. Ain't nobody coming. It's just me. So I got to swing solo. But that's what we going to do. But it's a beautiful day outside, too. So that's another factor. The playoffs on. There's a lot of great content creators out there doing their thing this afternoon. We might have to shut this one down and start another one back up in a minute. We almost at the hour mark. If I don't get nobody in the next couple minutes, we just gonna shut her down. I'm gonna try again, because that's what winners do. They just keep trying. I guess nobody wanted to discuss nationality and race. It's not a big factor anymore. But it is what it is. But I try again. That's a couple more minutes and then we're gonna shut it down. But this is just spur of the moment. I was just thinking about it. Like I said, after the conversation, me and Brian Craig, and go and check out his podcast. He be on in the morning. I always try and check out people with different perspectives because that's how I grow. I might not agree with everything that they say, but some things I might agree on. And then I get a different perspective on how they see things. So that's always a good thing. Always a good thing to get more than one perspective. You know what I mean? That way you can address the situation with a little bit more clarity, a little bit more precision. Yeah, so maybe. should I shut this one down? There's 3 people in the building. But you 3 have been so loyal to me, man. I don't know what to say or do. Like, I don't want to leave y'all and abandon y'all. So, I don't know. I wonder where the Free the Green at. Where Free the Green been at, man? Say his name like 3 times. But no. We're going to keep it going for a little bit longer. See if anybody wants to come up. We have a little music interlude. See if anybody's coming on up while I'm drowning up here. Yeah, it seems like playoffs taking over. I can't be mad at the playoffs, though. NBA got to get that money. Get back here. What's going on? Oh, Jackson. What's going on, Joe? Charlene, how y'all doing? Yeah, we were talking about race and nationality. But I haven't had anybody come up, so we just took a little music break so I could get a little focus. Just when I was giving up, a couple more people jumped up in the building. I appreciate the pull up, y'all. Yeah, but I had a little conversation with let me turn this back down a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. I was going back to my roots, so to speak, messing with Trumpers. And I had a conversation with a gentleman, and it made me start thinking about race and nationality. And which one do you pick first? Especially when it comes to voting. I know that's a tricky one. And do we get caught up in it as Americans? I'm talking about all races. Do we get caught up in race when we're at the polls? And I think, of course, we do. We're human beings. And I think religion comes into that as well. It's a myriad of factors. But I think as Americans, shouldn't we just be voting for American issues? But just a question I threw out there, seeing if it, excuse me, if it caught fire. But it's seeming not to. Nobody cares about that. Politics, the season is coming up. We should be well informed, I think. But yet we're getting distracted by these I don't want to call them mundane, because they definitely are entertaining. But some of the drama on here, I've been kind of in the clouds past couple of days, just reviewing and researching. And just seeing the drama, man, it's been funny. So I just wanted to talk about something different. I know everybody want to break out of that, right? Don't y'all want to break out of that for a minute? Talk about something that's going to feed your brain in the rain of octane. I used to be a rapper. No, I'm just messing around. Never rap. But I just thought it was funny. You know what I mean? Or I just thought it was interesting, like how most Americans kind of I wonder what's the percentage if you're going into the vote. How much do you vote based on you being black or based on you being a Christian or a Muslim? You know what I mean? And should it even be a factor? Like, should you be voting based on your race? Or should you be voting based on your... He acting up as usual? Of course he's acting up, man. That's what he do, man. He's stuck. And you know what, Joe? That's kind of why I took a break too, man, because I found myself thinking about, like, it seemed like it seems like that's a time loop over there, man. You know, he goes to the YouTube is taking money from us we gonna get a lawyer. As soon as I find a lawyer, can't trust the lawyer. Back to YouTube is taking advantage of us. We gonna find a lawyer. I can't find a lawyer. It's just a cycle, man. So I think I'm pausing from that for a little bit. You know, I'm gonna try and start talking about something different, because no matter if I go today or if I go in 30 days or 30 months, it seems like it's gonna be the same conversation. And I was watching this old video, like the first panel I think ever on was like Queens. And we were literally talking about, it's Groundhog Day over there. And we were literally talking about, it was colorism. It was like the colorism thing. Is light better or dark? And I was just like, man, we were just talking about this yesterday. And that was probably like 5 months ago. So like, I just kind of see like it's a cycle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to broaden my horizons, and you know, I want to still be able to go and talk about that, but just not every single day. Man. Let's talk about something different. We could even talk about fishing or something, but just not that. Good Lord, like every day, man, and how YouTube ain't gonna pay him, but yet you're gonna work for free. And see, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now, man. My bad. I'm sorry. But it just made me start thinking. That's why I stopped going over there. Yeah, man. So, you know, it's real in here in the field, man. It's time to build with each other instead of... I mean, I think we can still be, I won't say combative, but, you know, question each other's opinion without being a dummy or wrong. You know what I mean? It's time to change that, man. We gotta be able to listen to other people's opinion. And I know y'all like, Katja, you don't listen, but I tend to. I might still think you wrong, but I'm still gonna listen to what you say, even though I might not agree with it. And I'm gonna fight you until I think you proving me wrong. But that doesn't mean that I think you're stupid or you're dumb because I don't agree with you. You just see things different. That's all. You know what I'm saying? We human beings. I don't want. Exactly. I kind of equate it to like cooking. Like, you know, any and everybody should be able to make an egg. But a lot of people like their eggs sunny side up. Some people like them scrambled. Some people like them poached. You know what I'm saying? Some people like them fried hard. So it's not that because you cooking your egg different than I'm cooking my egg, neither one is wrong. It's still an egg, you know? It's basically that. I mean, basics. That's how I try and look at people's. You know, that's how I try and look at people. I try and learn as much as I can from other people without being judgmental. But you know, at times it's hard because you be like, what y'all be saying? Like some of the stuff you be that like literally comes out of people's mouths. You be like, there's absolutely no way that you really thinking this. And we had the internet right at your fingertips. And you, even when you look it up, you still don't believe it. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, still nobody. Damn it. It's kind of hard to have a conversation. I say I can have a conversation with myself off of the air all the time, but I can't share my inner thoughts. I guess that's the difference. I share my inner thoughts when I'm conversating with myself. but I can't tell y'all everything. I can't tell y'all everything. Not yet, anyway. When I get that $100 million, then I'll tell y'all everything. I can do like Will Smith and go to India when I'm feeling ashamed of myself. Right now, I'm gonna just have to run and hide in my closet and hope nobody find out where I live. Oh man! But yeah, the race and nationality, I think it's very interesting, especially when dudes say they came around during the 1776 era. And of course, you know that it's also when the United States started forming its government, so it was kind of a nice time to start bringing race involved. But he said that was kind of the first mission. I thought it came a little bit earlier with Constantine, but I'll have to try and look into that. But yeah, man, that's it. I just want to, get that one out. Try and get one live out. I've been kind of rusty. I done fell off, so I think I might try and do a little. We're gonna give it a couple more minutes, see if anybody else want to pull up and express their opinion. Because I know y'all sick of hearing me talk, even though I have a great voice. But I'm sure you're sick of me talking. So if anybody wants to come up, man, come on up. I think is it pinned in the link? Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. We got 5 folks in the house. It only takes one person to have a conversation with. Right? Only one person. Just one person. Take some of this stuff. Jefferson. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit better. What's going on YouTube? That's what it seems. Sheesh. That's a little bit of stuff going on YouTube. A little bit of stuff. Of course, Yeah. So I think we might just end this one. I think we're gonna come back and do another one later. Do a little research on. Damn, what was that topic? I got it written down. But yeah, thank you guys for coming on by. I think we're gonna end this one. I can't get any class participation because everybody, getting ready for the big talk. But thank you guys for coming. We're gonna do another one a little bit later today, so just get ready for that one. All right, y'all be safe.